OK, Chris Kirkland, it is Chelsea at Anfield on Sunday. If you were in the Liverpool dugout, what is your team?
Yeah, I'm going to go with, obviously, Robertson is going to come back in. Major behind Van Dijk, or them two for me, player of the season. Probably Van Dijk just edges it, but Robertson's not far behind him. Huge influence. I would bring Gini back in. He didn't play midweek, obviously, so he'll be fresh. We're going to need a lot of legs in that midfield to snuff out Chelsea's attack. I think Matip will come back in instead of Lovren, who did a stellar job midweek against Porto, and the rest picks itself. Henderson, captain, he's been superb the last few games. Made a huge impact against Southampton when he come on along with James Milner. James Milner, unfortunately for me, is the one I'd leave out, but he's been what a professional he is. But it's getting to that stage of the season now where it's so hard to leave players out because they're all performing.
But the games do come thick and fast. In terms of the selection in midfield, there's no right or wrong answer to this. Jordan Henderson in, because you can't argue with his form of late, the importance he's played in these recent results, both for club and country as well.
Yeah, I mean, it baffles me because there seems to be question marks against him all the time from outside the club, but everyone at this club, all the fans know just what he does for this team. He makes players around him better. He demands off players, he protects that back four, and we've seen in recent weeks him going forward as well. So for me, the argument against him is outrageous, and we are lucky to have him as our captain.
Yeah, key contribution from him of late, key contribution from Mo Salah as well. He'd had to wait a little while to get over the line for that 50th league goal, but he did get it against Southampton, and that puts him top of the pile. How impressive is that? We read a lot into stats these days, but in terms of those numbers, the company he is in and ahead of.
You just nailed it on the head there. I mean, again, with some of the critics from outside the football saying he's had a poor season, just show them that, and that'll shut him up. He's been superb. Yes, last season he scored more goals, but to do that consistently, you're looking at only probably two players that have ever done that in Messi and Ronaldo. But what he gives to the team, I mean, this is you go back to this is a brilliant finish against Southampton, and with his pace, he knew exactly what he was doing. And for somebody with so-called loss of confidence, you don't finish like that unless you're confident.
But a lot of people watching that were screaming pass, 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 pass after the chance he didn't take against Spurs. Yeah. For him, he had the confidence that I'm going to take this, and he does it.
Yeah, I must admit I was as well with Firmino. I think a lot of people were. But listen, he come out a couple of weeks ago, and his interview for me a couple of weeks ago was superb. He was basically saying to everyone, shut up, I score goals, I know what I do for the team. Yes, I've not scored as many, but I know what I bring to this team, and I thought it was a brilliant interview and shows how confident he is. And listen, all the lads, all the squad, all the staff know what he can do.
Robbo's scream, though, was terrified. I've not seen that close-up before. He does a job for the team. So does a certain Eden Hazard, though, who will be part of the Chelsea side, we imagine, at the weekend. He is top of the pile when it comes to Premier League assists, and arguably is in the best form of this season. Very impressive on Monday night for them, and has continually been a thorn in our side. What makes him so good in your eyes, Chris?
You have these players, Ronaldo, Messi. I'm not putting him quite up there with them two players, but you have some players have that ability to turn a game on its head. We've seen it with Stevie when he was at Liverpool, time after time after time. When the team needed him, he did it for Liverpool. Eden Hazard for Chelsea. If we can snuff him out and keep him quiet, then it'll be a lot easier game for us. But if he's on fire and gets on the ball, we see this here now. When he runs at you, he's so quick. His feet are so quick. Do you dive in? You can't dive in because you see this now. He's in the penalty area. What do you do? I mean, that's an incredible finish.
Like Messi, it's shorter but strong in possession of the ball.
Strong and so quick on the ball as well. His movement. If you bring him down, if you try and tackle him in the penalty area, you're running the risk because he's that quick. He shifts the ball that quick. He's just a special player, and if we can keep him quiet on Sunday, it'll go a long way to getting us the victory.
I guess the thing we should underline, it's not just the fact they have Eden Hazard that makes Chelsea dangerous on Sunday. It's also the fact they need league points as well. They are far from assured a Champions League qualifying spot for next season. It is nip and tuck in those 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th positions. How do you rate their chances, Chris? Who do you think may miss out, perhaps, is the way to phrase it?
I think Man U will miss out. I really do. This is Tottenham now. Will they be affected because Harry Kane looks like he's going to be out for the season? Arsenal's away form is shocking. You know, they've got more away. I think they've got 5 away games or 4 away games. So that's going to go. I mean, it's 2 from 4. Obviously, Liverpool and City will be there. Hopefully, that's the picture at the end of the last game with Liverpool top of the league. For me, I'm going to go with Chelsea, and I still think Arsenal might get in there. I think Tottenham will miss Harry Kane. I think they'll be more focused on the Champions League, knowing they can't win the league. Obviously, it's between the top 2, but I think Man U will miss out as well.
Okay, fascinating stuff, Chris. That's Chris's verdict on all things football for this weekend. Drop us your thoughts below. Give us your idea of who you'd like to start, and also maybe who's going to get those last Champions League places. Will our opponents this Sunday get one? Maybe not.